Hello everyone, we have the full roadmap for version 6.3, and it is safe to say that Lantern Rite is getting a massive overhaul. Usually, we expect the same old rhythm games and coin collecting runs, but the leaks we have today paint a completely different picture. We are looking at a combat event that seems impossible, a new way to interact with the open world that players have been begging for since version 1.0, and a character roster update that confirms a massive leak. If you thought you knew what to expect from the Liyue festival, you need to reset your expectations. We are going to break down every single event coming in 6.3, including the return of a fan-favorite mode. Looking for the best way to recharge in Genshin Impact? Loot Bar is the smarter choice. It works exactly like the in-game top-up, but it's way more affordable. New users get 10% off with the link in the pinned comment, and users can receive an additional 5% discount coupon. Loot Bar also has special deals on crystal packs, including the 6480 bundle, and even an all-in-one package with everything you need. See this? The regular $100 pack only costs $80 on Loot Bar. The process is simple and secure. You don't need your password or login. Just enter your UID, pick your server, choose your pack, and your crystals are delivered in seconds. Players around the world trust Loot Bar because it's fast, safe, and affordable. So don't waste your money. Click the link in the description or pinned comment and start saving on your top-ups today. Loot Bar, safe, fast, and way more affordable. Now, for a quick reminder about the new giveaways. Both of the 6480 Genesis Crystals giveaways are active right now and will stay open until December 31st. I'll be announcing the winners on January 1st. All you need to do is be subscribed, watch all the videos, and comment your UID and region. 2 winners will be picked soon, so don't miss your chance. Let's start with what usually carries these updates, the Lantern Rite Festival itself. If you have been playing Genshin Impact for a while, you know the drill. Lantern Rite is the Chinese New Year of Teyvat. It is usually flashy, emotional, and full of cutscenes. But gameplay-wise, it can sometimes feel a bit repetitive. You run from point A to point B, you talk to NPCs, and you watch fireworks. However, the leaked data for version 6.3 shows a shift in philosophy. The developers are moving away from passive watching and into active participation. First up, let's talk about the main attraction, the side view parkour. Now, platforming events are nothing new. We have jumped on mushrooms and glided through rings 1,000 times, but look closely at the character roster listed for this event. The leak explicitly names the featured characters: Xiao, Mualani, Gaming, Xianyun, and Varesa. This is huge. Why? Because look at the other names on that list. Xiao is the king of air dashes. Xianyun is the queen of triple jumping and gliding. Mualani is a surfing speedster, and Gaming has his plunging mechanics. This parkour event isn't just about running. It is about verticality and complex movement mechanics. It is designed for characters who break the rules of normal movement. Then we have the minigame. It is described as a 2D minigame featuring the White Horse Adeptus. We have seen 2D experimentation before, like with the Paper Theater plays, but bringing in the White Horse Adeptus specifically is a deep lore cut. This implies we are getting more backstory on the Yakshas or the Adepti history, possibly presented in a stylized, side-scrolling format. It's a smart way for Hoyoverse to tell stories without needing fully animated 3D cutscenes for every little detail. But that's not the biggest change to the festival. The biggest change, and honestly, the one that makes this update feel special, is the new Xiao Lantern system. Here is the problem with previous Lantern Rites. We get these beautiful items, these lanterns, and we are told they carry the wishes of the people. We see them in cutscenes floating into the sky, but as a player, you usually just get a gadget. You press Z, a lantern floats up, and that's it. It disappears after 2 seconds. It feels fake. You are told you are part of the festival, but you don't really impact the world. You are just watching it happen. The connection between the player, the world, and the characters has always felt a little distinct, a little separated by invisible walls. You couldn't really leave your mark on Liyue Harbor. Version 6.3 is fixing that completely. According to the event compilation, the Xiao lanterns are no longer just a visual effect. The leak says you can place lanterns anywhere in Liyue Harbor. Let's think about the implications of anywhere. This isn't just releasing a lantern that despawns. This implies persistence. You can decorate the harbor. You can create your own spots. It turns the city into a canvas. But it gets deeper. The leak mentions, lanterns that you release may be received by other travelers. This brings a Dark Souls message or Death Stranding vibe to Genshin. You aren't just playing alone anymore. You might be walking down the docks in your world and see a lantern released by someone else. It adds a layer of asynchronous multiplayer that makes the world feel alive. It makes the festival feel like an actual gathering of people, not just you and a bunch of NPCs. And then, the kicker, you can gift items to characters using lanterns. This is the feature that role players and lore lovers are going to lose their minds over. We have always wanted to give gifts to our favorite characters outside of specific quest lines. Now, it seems we can attach items to these lanterns and send them off to specific characters. The system even has a feedback loop. Release lanterns near certain characters, and you may receive likes from them. This is wildly different from anything we have seen. It sounds almost like a social media system built into the game world. Imagine releasing a lantern near Zhongli and getting a notification that he acknowledged it. It gamifies the relationships in a way that feels organic to the festival theme. It encourages you to find where characters are hiding in the open world, which is always a fun scavenger hunt during Lantern Rite, and interact with them mechanically, not just through dialogue bubbles. Now let's pivot away from the cozy festival vibes to the combat, because if you are a meta player, the Monster vs. Monster rerun is nice, but the new combat event is terrifying. Let's talk about Monster vs. Monster briefly. This is a rerun of the 5.6 event. If you played it back then, you know what to expect. It's basically Pokemon Impact. You control the mobs. It's a nice break from the standard EQ swap rotation. It tests your strategy rather than your artifact quality. It's good content, it's solid, and it's a great way to earn Primogems without stressing out. But the real stress? That comes from the new Lantern Rite Combat Challenge. Read this line carefully. Fight enemies with 999 layers of HP. 9,000 layers. This is not a typo. The leak specifies this for an event featuring enemies called Crab Tsar and the last survivor of Tenochtitlan. This is the climax of the update for combat players. For years, players have complained that everything dies too fast. You pull for C6 characters, you farm perfect artifacts, and then the boss dies in 3 seconds. You never get to see your full rotation. You never get to see how much damage you can truly do over a long period. This event is the answer to that complaint. An enemy with 99999 HP bars is effectively immortal. It is a punching bag designed to take everything you have. This isn't about can you kill it? It is about how many layers can you strip away in the time limit, or how long can you survive? The name Crab Tsar suggests a massive armored defense. The last survivor of Tenochtitlan implies a connection to Natlan lore, perhaps a warrior who refuses to fall. This is the ultimate DPS check. It is going to be the content where content creators showcase their damage records. It is where you go to test if your new build actually works, or if you were just relying on enemies having low health. It creates a completely different meta. Burst damage is less important here than sustained damage per second. If you run out of energy after one rotation, you are in trouble because you have 9,000 more health bars to go. This shifts the value of characters towards those who have consistent uptime and energy management, rather than just nuke screenshots. Finally, we have the photography event. This one is called Guess Characters' Poses from Silhouettes and Take Photographs of these poses. Usually these are throwaway events. But guessing from silhouettes requires actual game knowledge. You need to recognize the idle animations or the attack strings of characters just by their shadow. It rewards the players who pay attention to the details of character animation. It's a small thing, but it's a nice test for the superfans who know exactly how Hu Tao stands or how Kazuha sheathes his sword. So, looking at the full picture of version 6.3, we are not just getting a festival. We are getting a massive expansion of what is possible in the game. We have the Monster vs. Monster rerun for the strategy lovers. We have the photography event for the casuals and animation players. We have the parkour event. We have the Crab Tsar, with 9099 HP bars providing the ultimate sandbox for combat testing. And most importantly, we have the new Xiao Lantern system. The ability to place lanterns anywhere, share them with other players, and gift items to characters for likes fundamentally changes how we interact with the world of Teyvat. It turns a solo experience into a shared communal celebration. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.